Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a different sort of challenge where I mostly work out of this palette right here, mostly doing an experimental look. So this is the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I know a lot of people have been complaining about how difficult the shadows are in this palette, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. Anyways, let's get started with this Subculture palette. So first I'm going to use this white face paint, which is from Kryolan. This is their 2 paint stick in 070, which is pretty much a pure white. First I'm going to spread this all over my entire face. Then taking a sponge by Pure Cosmetics, I'm going to blend this all in. You do want to make sure that your entire base is very even, as this will ensure your entire makeup look will not look patchy. Then taking this white setting powder and a very big powder puff, I'm very gently stamping this onto my skin wherever I applied the white foundation earlier. This will lock your white foundation in place and also make it look a little bit wetter, so I do recommend that you use a white setting powder for this. So now we're going to move on to the Subculture palette, and this color right here, which is called Destiny. I would describe this as a very dull, greenish brown color. Anyways, I'm going to use this very small pointed brush, or pencil brush, and just adding a very small dot right here, right above my crease. Then very softly, brushing this color outward. As you can see, what I'm doing here is creating very whimsical and very loose shapes on my upper eyelid, that is. And what I'm aiming for here is to mimic the look of watercolor or marble. Now I'm creating these shapes in the general vicinity of my upper eyelid and around the outer corners of my upper eyelids. As you can see here, I'm really emphasizing these shapes right around my outer eyelid. And that is to create more of like a cat eye effect to my eye. I'm also repeating these same patterns right above my eyebrows and right around where I would usually contour, so right along my cheekbones, right here, and down to around my jawline. Then, taking a smaller brush, I'm using this very small pencil brush here from Coastal Scents, I do believe. And here I'm going to add very small details with this brush and that same Destiny shadow. So starting in the inner corners of my eyes, I'm drawing little tendrils coming out from the design I drew earlier. This first starts with a little bulb at the end, then turns into a little curved line going down into the design. This is basically my stylized version of grass. Also, you want to make sure that each tendril or blade of grass fades into your design, so there shouldn't be any harsh lines when you fade this into the initial design. Here I'm drawing a flower, and I'm not drawing those same tendrils right here. Instead, I'm just drawing lines going backward into the center of this flower. After I have that laid down, I'll add those little tendrils to really define the design and make it look more cohesive with the actual design. Of course, this flower needs a stem, so I'm drawing little stems. I'm also drawing little tendrils going down my chin right here, and also adding little flowers here. And there, just to give it a little bit more of a visual interest. I must warn you that this entire process takes quite a long time. For me, it took around 4 hours, so if you're planning to do this, it will take quite a long time. Now I'm going to move on to this eyeshadow right here called Untamed, which is more of a bluish green. And I'm taking another pencil brush and very softly applying this color right on the bottom half of my nose, mostly around my nostrils. I want my nose to stand out a little bit more, but not too much. Then I'm taking New Wave and applying that right above the green shadow I applied earlier. So just very softly applying it right there. Then I'm taking Mercury, which is sort of like a taupey brown color. Taking that on a bigger, fluffier brush, and applying that to the upper half of my nose bridge to define this a little bit more. Once again, using very soft motions to ensure the eyeshadow is very softly blended into my skin. Then to define the lower half of my nose even more, I took Rowdy, which is a very deep brown color, and really buffed that in to my skin, and also brought that down to my philtrum to give it a touch of definition. Then I took this eyeshadow right here called Cube, which is a white shimmery color with a pink undertone to it. However, when I was applying this to my nose, I noticed that it didn't really show up on my nose very well. There really wasn't any discernible difference. So I went in with Diamond Eyes, which is a very shimmery color from Sugar Pill, and applied that to my entire nose to make it super shiny. This showed up way better, and overall I'm pretty disappointed in Cube. For Shironuri looks, it does not work very well. Now we're going to use Rowdy once again, but this time on an angle liner brush, and I'll be using this as a liner for my eyes. First, I'm very gently applying this to my upper lash line, using that brush to sweep it across my eyelids. Then I'm applying that color over my entire mobile lid. Then taking only a tiny amount of ROWDY, I'm once again scrubbing this over the design I drew earlier, but mostly focusing this on the base of each design to give this a little bit more depth, to darken it a little bit more, and overall just really break up the design so it's not so, overall that same one color, that destiny color. Also, I'm applying more of ROWDY right on my bottom lash line to define my eyes even more. Now I'm going to use this white face paint by Wolf Effects. This is a water activated face paint, so you need to add a little bit of water to it, and this will turn it into a nice creamy color, which you can apply to your face either as an overall face color or just as an accent color to add little details here and there. I'm using this right here with a very specific brush, and this is the Creoline face painting brush. I'm not sure what the exact name of it is, but it's a very long face painting brush with a very pointed end, and this will allow you to create very small details on your skin. I'm adding very small dots here and there, and diffusing some of these dots with my finger. This will soften it and make it blend in better with the design. I'm also drawing lines over the grass details to make it pop out even more. In addition to this, I'm also lining around my nostrils. This will make it stand out, sort of like a painting. Then for a final touch, I'm taking that same white face paint and applying little dots coming out from this grass and flowers. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the effect of the white face paint, but you can see the ROWDY eyeshadow on my eyelids is pretty patchy. But once I apply this mascara and my false lashes, you shouldn't be able to see it. Or at least I hope so. So, I'm taking this Petal Lash Mascara from Shironuri. Then I'm applying these custom set of false lashes. Now for the lips. I'm taking this lip color from Sugar Pill, which is called Kimchi. I would describe this as a very dull purple color, which will work pretty well with this color scheme. So first, I'm just applying this to my top and bottom lip. Then I'm taking this shadow from the Subculture palette called All Star, which is pretty much a burgundy color, and applying that to the center of my lips, spraying that outwards to create a gradient effect. For a final touch, I'm taking Electric, which is a very shimmery I would say almost a neon green color, which is from that same palette, and applying that to the center of my lips. So here's the final look I created. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all are doing well, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, or share this on social media such as Reddit or Twitter. I will see you all later then. Bye.